I acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we are having class. I pay my respect to their elders, past and present, and the Aboriginal elders of the other communities who may be here today. I started playing golf when I was in the early years of childhood, so sky, forest, grass, sand, and brooks are very familiar to me. I also went to the different parks almost every weekend. Every natural material that I cannot find in the kindergarten was present entirely in front of me. When I walk into the golf courses, walking through the land to reflect on my early childhood, the familiar environment seems like a perfect location for my presentation on this assessment on providing my opinion of language of mathematics. At the time, everything was entirely new to me, so I wonder how the trees can be so high. How old are they and how to count? Some places are broken. Do they hurt? I touched and feel the grass with my hands and feet to feel a completely different touch and temperature from steel and concrete, with the sense of tingling and tickling. All of these stimulate my sensory system. I notice the rock and the sand on the ground. I think about the different weights, colors, size, and shapes, how they differ from the pebbles to pebbles, and how they become so little as sand. Also, the stone can be counted one at a time. But how can sand be counted? Why can't others make a sand castle while my sand spreads? In such a process, I was thinking in nature science and mathematics. I was thinking of a way to adjust the water to solidify the sand, and the young me was curious in engineering as well. Such a colorful world also makes me want to paint and record it. I wondered why the lake is so clear but does not reflect the color of the sky. Is an infant not designing when creating art with finger paints during experience every day? No one asked me these questions, but as a child I was curious about it. I have a great affection for touching things, because through the weight of touching, I remember things not only by just the seeing or smelling, but also by the feeling we left on my hands. As a child, I would think they also maintain the energy and emotions. They have experienced so many stories, so they should be the elderly who I can learn from. But I made a lot of questions, such as what is the story of this land, who walked through this tree, and what happened to them. By experiencing the earth, an ecological identity allowed us to acknowledge our home ground and be determined to live in honorable relationship with our planet. I think the connection to motherland shapes my identity, so I love China so much, which is obtained through regular contact with nature. So the place shapes our identity. In conclusion, in this common world, on the land with different forms of creatures and stories, one of the ways to move over Western worldwide of educating in early childhood is to engage with the local places by emphasizing the places. Through my contact with the land of Australia, has made me feel that I'm not only a Chinese but also a world citizen. Thanks for listening.